everyone, my name is Tessa and I am an educator performer here at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and today we're going to be using our 5 senses to explore a delicious treat. Our senses help us experience the world around us. For example, our sense of taste will help us experience the delicious flavors in the treats that we are about to make, and that will be aided by our sense of smell, which will help us pick up the tasty aromas of the melting components of our treats. And our sense of hearing will help us listen for cues that things are done. And our sense of hearing is also helpful in the world around us to let us know of warning signs or to listen to our friends laughing at our hilarious jokes. Our sense of touch helps us experience hot and cold and sticky and pulley and smooth and soft. And of course, our sense of sight helps us see the environment around us. Though, actually, right now I don't know where I am. That's better. So let's explore with our 5 senses a delicious treat. My friend Kimmy, a chef here at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, will help show us the way. Kimmy, thank you so much for agreeing to teach us how to make these delicious cereal treats today.
Absolutely, Tess. I'm excited to do this. This
I
is
noticed
great.
Even before we begin, just looking at these ingredients is a feast for the senses. There's this colorful cereal and these squishy marshmallows.
Yep. Everything in the kitchen has so much fun texture and shape and pliability to it. But we're gonna make some treats today. So you can make this with any kind of cereal you like. So if you wanna go gluten-free, go gluten-free. You are gonna need a grown-up with you to do this, just to make sure. And we are gonna go ahead and just start making the treats so you can see how to do it. So we have a pound of butter here. Unwrap it and throw it in the pot.
All right, butter into, the pot. Oh, it's so slippery.
It is, and as soon as it gets in there, you can already start to see it's gonna start melting. So as soon as you start to add heat to it, it starts to melt down and it's gonna eventually become brown if you leave it long enough. We're not gonna do that though. And it'll have a nutty flavor to it.
Ooh, I heard, is that the Maillard reaction?
It absolutely is. It's how it changes when you add that heat to it. All right, so now that we've got our butter melting, we're gonna go ahead and add our marshmallows. We have 3 pounds of marshmallows. That would be 3 bags. Okay. We're just gonna dump them on in. Go ahead and dump all 3 bags in. Grab your spatula and start mixing.
Oh, wow. I notice as I mix, the texture of these marshmallows is already kind of starting to change.
Basically, the marshmallows are melting. Now continue to mix the entire time. We want to make sure that we're not burning the marshmallows.
How would I know if I was burning it?
Well, you're going to see one thing. You're going to see black because it's burnt. But the other thing you're going to smell is the smell of fire, basically, or burnt sugar, which it's a pretty interesting smell.
That sounds like something to avoid.
It does, and you'll start to notice it for sure. But you can hear as the butter's still boiling there.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like a little popping or
It's making bubbles that are popping up. Definitely lessened in size. They're kind of getting a little stringy. Your little marshmallows are going away and it's becoming a liquid texture.
Ooh,
Just keep stirring.
All right.
It does take a minute, but it's worth the wait. Well, mine is done, so I'm gonna turn mine off.
All right.
I turn my burner off, I listen for my click, and I'm gonna keep stirring. So, this pan's really hot, so this is definitely when you want your grown-up to come and help you. You're going to check the sides of your pan handles for heat just by touching like that real quick. If it's not hot, you can lift it up, making sure not to touch the bottom of the pan. Pour all that yummy gooiness right over your cereal.
All right.
So you're gonna take your spatula, bring it into the middle of the bowl and pull everything out.
Okay, gotcha. Middle out.
Absolutely. And then you're gonna do this till you see that all of your stuff is covered. You wanna keep stirring until you get it completely mixed in. Like you're getting really close over here. Yeah. I'm gonna do us a favor and I'm gonna spray our pan. So once we've got it all sprayed, we're gonna take our bowls.
Okay.
And we're gonna pour them directly into our pan.
Oh my goodness.
You wanna make sure you get all that yummy goodness off the bottom. All that cereal out. You can see how sticky it's getting already.
Absolutely, and I love how stringy all of the marshmallow is. You can really see it pull almost like cheese.
And we've got flying cereal over here. So we'll put this down. Hold your hands out.
Okay, thank you, Kimmy.
Give you a little spray. Do that and then pat it down.
Oh, and look, they fall
See
right
how
off.
they fall off? So when we're done here, you're gonna let it cool to room temperature because otherwise it's not gonna come out of the pan very well. But as soon as it cools to room temperature, we go ahead and we just flip it onto a cutting board, or you can do your counter, but I don't know if they'll like that.
Well, thank you so much, Kimmy, for teaching me how to make this amazing treat. It's been a feast for the senses. We used our eyes and our nose and our ears and our hands, absolutely, but we're missing out on my very favorite sense.
You better taste it.
I have to taste it. So thank you so much for teaching me how to make these delicious cereal treats.
Absolutely, I enjoyed it.
That was so much fun. I think my favorite part was when we melted the butter and the smell changed entirely. That our reaction. But my real favorite part's gonna be right now because I get to taste this deliciousness.
Oh, hey Tessa, I heard you were making treats. Oh, is this one mine? Thank you so much. That's
Brian,
so
I actually
kind of you. This
wanted
is gonna
to
give me all
try.
the energy.
I wanted to, my sense of taste. Well, at least I know how to make them now. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Bye-bye.